Hi guys, hope everyone's doing good. Today I want to talk to you about a new product. This is the Cloudsto X86S, and you know this is like a mini PC. Those of you kind of been into the mini PC thing before will know that these have been available. Well, the previous version has been available. That was the X86. This is the X86S. Now the main differences between this and the other one are this one now runs a Cherry Trail CPU. So the Cherry Trail CPU is a Z8300, that's like Intel's code for it, and it's like a new generation sort of mobile tablet CPU. Now this new device here has got, I mean it looks basically the same as the other one, but it's got a USB 3 additional port there, so that's the USB 3.0. You've also got a USB 2 standard USB port there. We've also got the power supply one. This runs on like a micro USB lead, so just like your phone, standard sort of phone charger. That's exactly the same as the other one. Now the other interesting thing is you've got a full-size HDMI port now, so it's gone up to a full-size one. The previous one was like a micro HDMI, which was a bit of a pain because it was very small and the lead was quite big, so it would kind of flop about a bit in some situations. And as before, got an SD card slot and a 3.5mm connector. On the other side, you've got a power button, and you've also got like a white LED now, which has changed. The LED used to be on that side, used to be that way around. Now the LED power LED is on that side, so it's on the other side. Now it's pretty cool. I mean, these kind of devices, these are really good for you know, using in kind of office situations. So maybe if you've got like, you know, an office and you want to replace several PCs there, you could use this instead of, you know, a really big clunky old PC or something like that. So, you know, things like digital signage and stuff like that, there's a lot of people wanting to do digital signage and want to run, you know, a dedicated app on a specific device rather than having like a massive computer with all its fans blowing like the old school type you know, PCs, what you'd conventionally think was a PC. You can now use these things, very thin, very small, very lightweight. They run on a fraction of the power of other things. These will also run Ubuntu, so it'll run any version of Linux. It's got a 64-bit EFI, so you can just practically load anything from a USB drive, which is really nice. I really like that feature. But as standard, this comes with Windows 10. So Windows 10 64-bit, so it's good. You know, you can just run a single HDMI screen, so it's very flexible. Just that little thing there, that is the full computer in that package. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to plug it in and then just basically show you the system. It's pretty standard Windows 10, so you know, there's no kind of real massive excitement to show that, but I'll show you that anyway. So booting up, standard your BIOS screen showing there. Those of you familiar with Windows will know the little swirly thing goes around and then you'll finally be into your Windows. Now, as I say, it's got EFI, so at the beginning, if you were to just push F7 multiple times, you could then get into like an EFI screen, and that would show you your USB, the drives, if you've got any bootable EFI recognisable drives with maybe like Ubuntu or another Linux on. So you can easily boot from a USB disk with this type of device. Pretty cool. So we've got, need to remember to plug my keyboard in. Wireless keyboards are really good with these because obviously no wires. It goes with the whole ethos of the really slim little design. And yeah, so you just plug in and you can see here it's fairly straightforward. Windows 10, all you've got really is just what you need to start with. You know, you can then build from there. So, you know, it's really good for people that just want to grab a computer and just maybe get 50 of them and just put them in one place. Maybe like IT people, or, you know, if you're managing different companies, things like that. So they're really easy to deploy. You know, very straightforward. You can fit lots of them in a box. It's not like unloading masses of computers in one go. But, you know, it's very easy to set up. Just a few cables and you're literally on the way. Now the other good thing about this for the more technical people is you can actually clone the flash drive which is inside. The internal flash is 32 gigabytes, and it's very easy to clone that and then just deploy it on other devices. So you could just potentially make a system and then just roll it out to other computers. Absolutely fantastic for that. That's one of the massive benefits of embedded computers, because you can just do this kind of thing. It's no longer you're going to have to sit and configure 50 computers very, very slowly and go through all the settings and all that. They also boot very, very fast, so you've got serious, you know, flexibility there. It saves a lot of time in configuring and doing all of that sort of thing. So a quick rundown on the specs, because I haven't even done that yet. And basically, so you've got a Cherry Trail Z8300, which is 64-bit, 14 nanometers, 1.44 gigahertz to 1.84, so it's pretty snappy, pretty good for most kind of usual tasks. GPU is an Intel HD graphics generation 8. You know, again, standard with the Cherry Trail stuff. It's you know, good for most things. Probably light gaming is good as well. Windows 10 64-bit version. The storage is eMMC. Generally, these storage are pretty good in these devices. They're quite fast, so it's not like, you know, it's not going to be the fastest thing in the world like a, you know, your latest SSD drive or something like that. But it's going to be pretty quick for most things. Wi-Fi is a dual band 2.45 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It also supports BGN and AC. On there as well, so that's cool. Bluetooth is version 4. Expansion, you've got a micro SD card, which I didn't say before. What you can just do is just plug that in, and that will give you, you know, some extra storage. Now the SD cards are pretty fast these days, so that's quite a good plus point. Dimensions very, very small, 148mm long, so you can visually get an idea from the video how big this is, but you know, it is small. It's got a metal casing, which is quite good, so you could probably drop it or do all sorts of things with it and be absolutely fine. Weight's about 200 grams. So connections, run through those already. In the box you get the X86S Nano with Windows 10, full-size HDMI lead, which plugs straight into any screen, obviously. Your power supply, which is a USB power supply anyway, so that's easy to replace if anything happens to that. And the user manual, so that's what you get in the box. Everything's good, and you know, as you can see, very, very easy to set up. Great little device. What I will say, the previous version had a battery inside. This one doesn't have a battery, so there's no battery actually in that device. There will be a version coming soon, I'm told, that will have the battery back again, but it's a low capacity battery. I think because this CPU is a little more powerful, they probably can't really, you know, actually get, you know, fit a battery in there, and also it's going to take quite a lot of power. So I think they've gone for a smaller battery, which will then allow you to just leave the device on standby for a short amount of time. Maybe if you're just changing things and just moving from screen to screen, something like that. You know, that's quite good. At least it keeps the device on. Very similar to a tablet, really. You know, you could just plug it into, when you plug a tablet into a HDMI screen and then go to the next one. The only difference is of course tablets are much bigger. They've got the built-in screen and all the other points. So these devices, you know, are very good for different things, different stuff that you would probably not want to do on a tablet. And of course, they're probably a bit cheaper as well. So you could not have the expense of a good premium tablet, but actually have a decent, effectively the guts of the tablet available for, you know, this kind of thing. So it makes for a great workstation, makes for all the other things I said, digital signage, you know, like things like in the doctor's surgeries where you see all the screens, the adverts going across. That's becoming quite popular now, but most of the time they're actually connected to these horrendously big and outdated PC boxes. So you know, this sort of thing would be great for this, because you can just tuck it behind the screen and off you go. A lot cheaper as well, easier to maintain, no sort of issues there. So that's about it. That's the Cloudsto X86S Nano mini PC. Small little PC for a multitude of things. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, also like the video, and we'll catch you again soon.